Chosen one, you passed God's final test in a way no one has ever done before. The journey you walked was heavy and silent, filled with moments where no one understood your pain, yet you kept moving forward with a fragile but steady trust in God's presence. There were nights when you felt alone, when your prayers seemed to disappear into the quiet air, yet something inside you refused to let go of hope, and that quiet persistence became your offering. Type 2 to affirm. This is not just a story, it is a reflection of a sacred moment where your endurance has touched heaven in a way that cannot be undone or ignored. There is a gentle truth that must be understood, and it carries a warmth that settles deep within the soul like soft light at dawn, because God was never distant during your hardest moments, even when it felt like silence surrounded you from every direction. The test you walked through was not about proving strength in a loud or visible way, but about holding on to faith when everything around you whispered doubt and exhaustion into your spirit. You were not asked to be perfect, and you were not expected to understand every reason behind your struggles, yet you were invited to remain present with God through it all. Somewhere in that quiet endurance, in those unseen choices to keep believing, something extraordinary was formed within you that no one else has ever carried in the same way. Subscribe to this channel if you love God. There is a sacred beauty in the way your heart chose kindness when it could have chosen bitterness, and in the way your spirit remained open even when it had every reason to close itself off from the world. You walked through confusion, loss, and moments that felt unbearably heavy, yet you did not allow those moments to take away your ability to love, to care, and to trust in something greater than what you could see. That is where the test was truly held, not in the visible struggles, but in the hidden places of your heart, where your choices shaped something eternal. Within the next few moments, gently show your support by liking this video, as it helps this message reach others who are quietly going through their own unseen battles and need this same comfort. God saw every small decision you made when no one else was watching, and those moments carried more weight than anything that could be measured or praised by the world around you. There were times when giving up would have felt easier, when closing your heart would have seemed like the safest path, yet you chose to remain open to God's presence, even when it required courage you did not feel you had. That quiet courage became your offering, and it spoke louder than any words ever could. The way you continued to trust, even when answers did not come, created something rare and deeply precious in the eyes of heaven. There is a peaceful truth that now surrounds you, even if you have not fully felt it yet, because the test you passed has already opened doors that cannot be closed by fear or doubt. What was built within you cannot be taken away, because it was formed through love, patience, and a willingness to remain close to God, even when everything felt uncertain. This is not about recognition from others, and it is not about proving anything to the world, but it is about the quiet approval that comes from God, a gentle acknowledgement that your heart remained true through everything you faced. Jesus walks gently beside you in this moment, not with loud celebration, but with a calm and steady presence that brings peace to your spirit and warmth to your soul. His love does not rush or overwhelm, but it settles softly within you, reminding you that you were never alone, not for a single moment of your journey. Every tear you held back, every silent prayer you whispered, every step you took when your strength felt gone, was seen and held with care. There is a quiet joy in heaven because of you, not because you were perfect, but because you remained faithful in a way that is deeply rare and beautifully sincere. What comes next is not something to fear or question, because it is shaped by the same love that carried you through your hardest days. There is a gentle unfolding beginning in your life, one that will not overwhelm you, but will instead meet you with peace, clarity, and a sense of belonging that feels deeply right. The weight you carried for so long is beginning to lift, not suddenly, but in a soft and steady way that allows your heart to rest and breathe again. God is not asking anything more from you in this moment, because what you have already given has been received with love and honor beyond what you can imagine. This is a time of quiet restoration, where your spirit is gently renewed and your heart begins to feel safe again in ways it has not felt for a long time. There is no rush, no pressure, only a peaceful invitation to rest in the truth that you are seen, known, and deeply loved. A shocking CIA document just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that some people say is changing their financial lives overnight. What makes this different is that 4 neuroscience labs reportedly tested the method and confirmed its unusual effects on focus, confidence, and money attraction. People drowning in debt claim they are now attracting unexpected income, luxury cars, dream homes, and once impossible opportunities. The strange part? This information keeps disappearing online. If this video found you, do not ignore it. Click the link in the description and comments now before access is removed. The path ahead is filled with a quiet light, not overwhelming or blinding, but steady and reassuring, guiding you step by step with a sense of calm certainty. You do not need to understand everything that lies ahead, because the same presence that carried you through the test will continue to guide you forward with care and compassion. What you have walked through has prepared you for something meaningful, something that will not only bring peace to your own heart, but will also touch the lives of others in ways you may never fully see. There is a deep sense of belonging waiting for you in the days ahead, a feeling that you are exactly where you are meant to be, even if everything is still gently unfolding. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, and you are not alone, because God has been with you in every step, shaping something within you that is both strong and tender. The test is not just something you survived, it is something that transformed you in a way that is rare, beautiful, and deeply honored in heaven. What you walked through did not end when the struggle faded, because its meaning continues to grow gently inside you, shaping the way you see, feel, and respond to the world around you. The pain did not disappear without purpose, and the waiting was not empty or wasted, because every moment carried a hidden work that only God could complete in the silence. There is something different about you now, something calmer and more grounded, something that does not need to fight for attention, because it already carries a quiet strength that speaks for itself. There were times when your heart felt like it could not carry any more weight, when even small moments felt heavy and overwhelming, yet you continued forward with a patience that you did not even realize you possessed. That patience was not weakness, and it was not passivity, but it was a deep trust that God was still present, even when everything felt uncertain and fragile. You held on in ways that were not loud or visible, and that is why your journey carries such a rare beauty, because it was not shaped by recognition, but by sincerity. The world often celebrates what is seen, but heaven treasures what is hidden, and your quiet endurance became something deeply meaningful in that unseen space. Now there is a gentle invitation being placed before your heart, not as a demand or pressure, but as a soft opening that allows you to step into a new kind of peace. This peace is not built on circumstances or outcomes, but on the truth that you are held in God's care in every moment, even when life feels unpredictable or unclear. It is a peace that settles slowly, like warm light entering a quiet room, filling spaces that once held fear or uncertainty. You do not have to chase it or force it, because it comes naturally as you allow yourself to rest in what God has already done within you. There is also a new awareness growing within you, one that allows you to see others with a deeper sense of compassion and understanding, because you now know what it feels like to walk through something that others may not fully see or understand. This awareness is a gift, and it will gently guide you in ways that bring comfort and kindness to those who cross your path. You will begin to notice small moments where your presence alone brings peace to someone else, even without words or explanation. Type 1111 if you trust in God. These moments will not feel dramatic or overwhelming, but they will carry a quiet significance that reflects the work God has done within you. There is no need to rush into anything or to prove that something has changed, because the transformation that took place within you is not something that needs to be displayed or explained. It will reveal itself naturally through the way you live, through the calm in your voice, the gentleness in your actions, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are not walking alone. Jesus remains close to you, not as a distant figure, but as a steady presence that walks beside you in every step you take. His love is not something you need to earn or reach for, because it is already surrounding you, holding you in a place of safety and belonging. There will be moments ahead where old fears try to return, where familiar doubts gently knock at the door of your heart, but they will not have the same power they once held over you. Something has shifted within you that allows you to see those thoughts without being controlled by them, and that shift is part of the strength that was formed during your journey. You are not the same person who began that path, even if everything around you looks similar, because your heart has been shaped in a way that cannot be undone. That quiet change is your protection, your guidance, and your steady foundation moving forward. God is not asking you to carry anything heavy right now, because the weight you once held has already been seen and honored, and this moment is meant to bring you rest and renewal. There is a gentle restoration taking place within you, one that touches not only your thoughts but also your emotions and your sense of self. You may begin to notice that things feel lighter, that your heart feels softer, and that your mind feels more at ease, even in situations that once brought stress or worry. This is not something you need to question or analyze, because it is simply the natural result of what has already been completed within you. What if the reason money keeps avoiding you has nothing to do with hard work? A leaked CIA-backed study claims there is a hidden 7-second ritual that can retrain the brain to attract wealth and abundance naturally. Verified by multiple neuroscience labs, this simple method is a shocking CIA document just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that some people say is changing their financial lives overnight. What makes this different is that 4 neuroscience labs reportedly tested the method and confirmed its unusual effects on focus, confidence, and money attraction. As you move forward, there will be quiet opportunities placed in your path, moments where you are invited to step into something new without fear or hesitation. These opportunities will not feel forced or overwhelming, but they will feel right, as if they were meant for you in a way that is both natural and comforting. You do not need to search for them or create them, because they will come to you at the right time, guided by the same care that has been with you all along. Type 2020 to claim miracles. Each step you take will feel more certain, not because you have all the answers, but because you trust the presence that is leading you. There is also a deep healing taking place within your heart, one that goes beyond what can be explained or understood with words. It is a healing that touches the places where you once felt hurt, rejected, or uncertain, and it replaces those feelings with a quiet sense of peace and acceptance. This healing does not erase your past, but it transforms the way you carry it, allowing you to move forward without being weighed down by what once held you back. You are not defined by what you went through, but by the way you allowed God to guide you through it with grace and patience. The days ahead will not be without challenges, but they will feel different, because you will face them with a heart that is steady and grounded in something deeper than fear or doubt. You will find yourself responding with calm instead of anxiety, with understanding instead of frustration, and with hope instead of uncertainty. These changes will not happen all at once, but they will grow steadily, shaping your life in ways that bring peace not only to you, but also to those around you. This is the quiet continuation of what has already begun, a gentle unfolding that carries you forward with care and purpose. You are walking into a season where your heart is no longer fighting to be seen or heard, because it already rests in the truth that it is known and valued by God. There is nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to achieve, and nothing you need to hold on to out of fear, because everything you truly need is already being given to you in ways that are both gentle and constant. This is a place of quiet confidence, where you can simply be, knowing that you are supported and guided every step of the way. And as you continue on this path, there will be moments of quiet joy that rise within you without reason or explanation, small but meaningful reminders that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You may notice this tenderness in the way you now respond to things that once stirred worry or fear, because something inside you has been softened and strengthened at the same time. It is a gentle strength, one that does not need to prove itself, yet it holds you steady in ways that feel calm and reassuring. This is not something that came from effort alone, but from the presence of God shaping you through every moment you thought you were simply enduring. There were days when your thoughts felt heavy, when it seemed like your mind could not find rest, and even simple things felt like they required more energy than you had. Yet, through all of that, there was a quiet thread of faith that remained within you, even when it felt faint and fragile. That thread was never broken, because it was held by God, not by your own strength, and it carried you through moments you did not think you could survive. What you may not have realized is that every time you chose not to give up, every time you allowed hope to remain even in the smallest way, something sacred was being woven into your life. This sacred weaving is now becoming visible, not in loud or dramatic ways, but in the small, peaceful shifts that are beginning to take place within you. You may find that you are able to pause more easily, to breathe more deeply, and to let go of things that once felt overwhelming. These changes may seem simple, but they carry a deep meaning, because they show that your heart is no longer carrying the same weight it once did. There is space now, space for peace, space for healing, and space for a quiet joy that does not depend on circumstances. There is also a deeper connection forming between you and God, one that is not based on fear or obligation, but on trust and closeness. You are no longer reaching out from a place of desperation, but from a place of quiet, knowing that you are already held. This connection feels gentle and steady, like a hand that is always there, guiding you without forcing you, supporting you without overwhelming you. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. This connection will continue to grow as you allow yourself to rest in it, without trying to control or understand every part of it. Jesus remains close, not in a distant or unreachable way, but in a presence that feels near and comforting, like someone who understands you completely and stays with you without judgment. His presence does not bring pressure or expectation, but peace and reassurance, reminding you that you are loved exactly as you are. You do not need to become someone else to receive this love, because it is already given freely, without condition. This truth may take time to fully settle into your heart, but it will continue to reveal itself gently as you move forward. People drowning in debt, claim they are now attracting unexpected income, luxury cars, dream homes, and once impossible opportunities. The strange part? This information keeps disappearing online. If this video found you, do not ignore it. Click the link in the description and comments now before access is removed. There is something beautiful about the way your story is unfolding now, because it is not driven by urgency or fear, but by a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are not alone. You may not have all the answers, and you may not see the full path ahead, but there is a calm trust growing within you that allows you to take each step without hesitation. This trust is not forced, and it does not require effort, because it is the natural result of what you have already walked through. There will be moments where you look back and realize how far you have come, not just in what you have experienced, but in who you have become through it all. You will see the strength that was formed in your quiet endurance, the compassion that grew from your struggles, and the peace that now rests within you. These realizations will not come all at once, but they will appear gently, like small lights along your path, reminding you of the journey you have walked. You are also being prepared to bring comfort to others, not in a way that feels like a burden, but in a way that feels natural and sincere. Your presence will carry a quiet understanding that others can feel, even without words, and it will bring a sense of peace to those who are still walking through their own struggles. Type 1919 to receive miracles. This is not something you need to plan or force, because it will happen naturally as you continue to live from the place of peace that has been formed within you. There is no need to rush into the future or to worry about what lies ahead, because everything will unfold at the right time, guided by the same care that has been with you all along. You are not being pushed forward, but gently led, step by step, in a way that allows you to remain grounded and at peace. This journey is not about reaching a destination quickly, but about experiencing each moment with a sense of calm and trust. God is not distant from your daily life, but present in every small detail, in every quiet moment, and in every gentle step you take. You may begin to notice this presence in simple ways, in the calm that comes unexpectedly, in the clarity that arrives when you need it, and in the sense of peace that settles over you without explanation. These are not coincidences, but signs of a steady and loving presence that is always near. Your heart is learning to rest in a way it has not before, and this rest is not about doing nothing, but about trusting that you do not have to carry everything on your own. It is about allowing yourself to be supported, to be guided, and to be loved without resistance or fear. This kind of rest brings a deep sense of relief, one that touches every part of your being and allows you to move forward with ease. There is also a quiet joy that is beginning to grow within you, one that is not loud or overwhelming, but soft and steady. This joy does not come from external things, but from the peace that has been formed within your heart. It is a reminder that even after difficult seasons, something beautiful can grow, something that brings light and warmth into your life. As you continue on this path, you will find that your steps feel more certain, not because everything is clear, but because you trust the presence that is guiding you. This trust will carry you through whatever comes next, allowing you to remain steady, even in moments of uncertainty. You are not alone in this journey, and you never have been, because God has been with you in every step, shaping your path with care and love. There is a quiet assurance that now surrounds you, a gentle knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. This assurance does not need to be proven or explained, because it is felt deep within your heart. It is a reflection of everything you have walked through, and everything that has been formed within you as a result. And as you move forward, there will be moments where you feel a deep sense of peace without any clear reason, a calm that settles over you and reminds you that you are safe and held. These moments are gifts, reminders of the love that has carried you and continues to guide you. They will come gently, without warning, but they will always bring a sense of comfort and reassurance. This rest is not weakness, and it is not a sign that you have stopped moving forward, but it is a sign that your spirit has found a place where it no longer needs to struggle to feel safe. God has gently brought you to this place, not by force, but through a patient and loving presence that never left you, even in the moments you felt most alone. There is a deep kindness forming within you now, one that is not forced or practiced, but naturally flowing from the places in your heart that have been touched and healed. You understand things differently, not just in your thoughts, but in the way you feel about others and the world around you. Where there was once frustration or confusion, there is now a quiet understanding, and where there was once fear, there is now a calm awareness that you are held in something greater than yourself. This shift is not loud or dramatic, but it is steady and real, and it will continue to grow as you allow yourself to remain in this peaceful place. There were moments when your journey felt like it would never end, when each step forward felt heavy and uncertain, yet you continued even when you could not see the outcome. That perseverance was not unnoticed, and it was not without purpose, because it shaped your heart in a way that nothing else could. You were not just passing through difficulty, you were being gently formed into someone who carries peace, even in uncertain moments. That is why what you have walked through feels so different now, because it has changed you in ways that cannot be undone. Helping ordinary people escape financial stress and experience sudden breakthroughs in income, success, and lifestyle. Some users say their lives changed within days, but there is a reason this information is not being talked about openly. The page sharing this secret could vanish at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is too late. There is a quiet confidence beginning to rise within you, and it does not come from knowing everything or having control over every situation, but from trusting that you are being guided with care. You no longer need to hold everything together on your own, because you have learned, through your experience, that God is present in ways that are both gentle and constant. This confidence does not push you forward with urgency, but it allows you to move with calm assurance, knowing that each step is being guided with love. Type 2323 if you agree. This confidence will continue to grow, not because of anything you need to prove, but because of the peace that has already been placed within you. Jesus is close in a way that feels deeply personal, not distant or unreachable, but present in your everyday life with a quiet and steady love. His presence is not something that demands attention, but something that brings comfort, like a calm voice that reminds you that you are not alone. You may begin to notice this presence in simple ways, in moments of stillness, in feelings of peace that come without explanation, and in a sense of being understood without needing to speak. This is the closeness that has always been there, now becoming more visible to your heart as it opens to receive it. There is also a new way of seeing your past, not as something that defines you or limits you, but as something that has shaped you with care and purpose. The things you once wished had never happened are now part of a story that carries meaning and depth, not because the pain was necessary, but because God brought something beautiful out of it. You are no longer standing in those moments, but you are carrying what they have given you, a strength that is quiet, a compassion that is genuine, and a faith that is steady. You may begin to feel a gentle pull toward things that bring peace and joy, small moments that feel right and comforting without needing explanation. These are not distractions, but invitations, guiding you toward a life that reflects the calm that has been formed within you. You do not need to question these moments or hold back from them, because they are part of the path that is unfolding for you. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. These simple movements of your heart are leading you toward a deeper sense of belonging, one that feels natural and safe. There will still be days where emotions rise unexpectedly, where old memories or feelings come to the surface, but they will not have the same hold over you as they once did. You will be able to sit with them without being overwhelmed, to acknowledge them without being controlled by them, and to let them pass without fear. This is part of the healing that has taken place within you, allowing you to move through life with a sense of calm that remains steady even in moments of uncertainty. God is not asking you to do more or become more in this moment, because what has already been done within you is enough. This is a time of receiving, of allowing yourself to be held in the peace that has been given to you, and of trusting that you are exactly where you are meant to be. There is no pressure to move faster, no expectation to understand everything, only a gentle invitation to continue walking forward with the calm assurance that you are guided. The path ahead will continue to unfold in ways that feel natural and steady, not overwhelming or confusing, but clear in a quiet and reassuring way. You will begin to notice that decisions feel easier, that your heart feels more settled, and that your mind is no longer racing with uncertainty. These changes may seem small, but they are signs of a deeper transformation that has already taken place within you. There is a sense of belonging that is beginning to take root in your heart, a feeling that you are no longer searching for a place to fit, because you have already found it within the presence of God. This belonging is not tied to external circumstances, but to a truth that remains constant, that you are known, loved, and held exactly as you are. It is a place of rest, where you no longer need to strive or prove anything, because you are already accepted. As you continue forward, there will be moments of quiet joy that rise within you, small but meaningful reminders that life is not only about what you have been through, but also about what is still unfolding. These moments will bring light into your days, not in overwhelming ways, but in gentle and steady ways that feel real and lasting. They are part of the new beginning that is quietly taking place within you. You are not walking into something unknown or uncertain, but into something that has been prepared with care, shaped by the same love that has carried you this far. There is nothing you need to fear, because you are not stepping forward alone, but with a presence that guides you with patience and understanding. This journey is not about reaching an end, but about continuing to grow in peace, trust, and love. There were seasons when you felt like you were waiting without direction, when it seemed like nothing was changing and no answers were coming, yet those seasons were not empty or forgotten. They were filled with unseen work, shaping your spirit, teaching you patience, and drawing you closer to God in ways that could not happen in moments of ease. Now, as you look forward, there is a soft clarity beginning to form, not as a loud realization, but as a quiet knowing that you are moving in the right direction. This clarity will continue to grow, guiding your decisions gently and allowing you to trust yourself in ways you could not before. A former government researcher exposed a powerful 7-second money ritual that is now spreading rapidly online. According to leaked CIA files, this brainwave technique may help unlock a hidden part of the mind connected to wealth, opportunity, and financial success. 4 neuroscience labs reportedly confirmed the results. Since then, people struggling with debt claim they have started attracting money, better careers, expensive homes, luxury travel, and financial freedom. This secret is gaining attention fast and may not stay public for long. Click the description and comments now to see the full method before it disappears. There is also a sense of renewal that is touching every part of your life, even the areas that once felt closed off or uncertain. You may find yourself feeling more open, more willing to receive, and more at peace with the way things are unfolding. This openness is not something you have to force, because it is a natural result of the healing that has taken place within you. It allows you to experience life with a softer heart, one that is no longer guarded by fear, but protected by trust. As this renewal continues, you will begin to notice how your thoughts are changing, becoming calmer and more steady, no longer pulled in many directions by worry or doubt. There is a quiet order forming within your mind, one that allows you to focus on what truly matters without being overwhelmed by everything else. This is part of the peace that God is placing within you, a peace that reaches into your thoughts and brings them into a place of rest. Type 1919 to receive miracles. This peace is not temporary, and it does not depend on circumstances, because it is rooted in something deeper than what can be seen.